Hello everyone, this video is about, just in general, how to make the best use of an advantage you get in a game and not squander it. So in this game we're looking at is between me and Brat, and I get a huge advantage and I fully exploit that to win this game. We're going to look at how that comes about and how we deal with that. So if you look off, we've both got 2 banthas each at the start here. I'm going to eat those. If I have these nice EOPs close, it's going to give me a big advantage because Brat does not find his, so they're slightly hidden away at the top here. If he did find them, it would be very much worth for him to go and eat all of these, but he doesn't, which gives me a big advantage in tech. So speed this up a bit. You can see I've eaten my banthas, and I'm getting this food processor before I get any carbon process. So I get on these as soon as possible. Make sure I can keep building workers and keep the food income coming in. But now, going for a carbon processor. Brat has to farm off the start because he hasn't found these EOPs. And each farm's 50 carbon. It's going to cost him a lot. So now I already have a carbon processor and I'm getting a lot more food income than he is as well. So we have a big advantage there, and we're going to get to T2 a lot faster than he is. I don't think I'll need to farm for a little while. Which will give me a nice big advantage. I don't need as much on carbon as he is. Fucking Voobly. Fuck off. Now, Brat started to realise that I've got these EOPs and I'm going to have a much better T1 than he is. And he starts to build this big wall. So he's going to wall off his entire base and go for a very late T2, strong T1 economy. Which is going to benefit me a lot because I catch on to this and I realise, oh, he's wasting all this money on carbon. All this carbon on these houses to wall off his base. I'm going to be completely safe. I can do what I want. So I'll go for a really fast T3. I should speed this up a bit more. So let's look at the food. Yeah, he's about 100 food behind. No, 200 food behind. 300 food behind. This is a huge advantage I've gained to stop those EOPs. Here he is walling, and I'm seeing this. I'm just waiting for a third building. Been quite bad in that regard. I make this nice little hidden carbon over here as well with my OP workers, just because it takes them so long to march all the way back to base. It's easier just to hide them over there. And I'm not going to be in any danger at all from any rushes, so I can nicely have them over there. Put down this troop centre. This is just a bluff. Because he's starting to commit to these walls, I just want him to think, oh, he's going to rush me. I need to make sure that I've definitely walled off. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to have troop centre power core to deal with it. So I just go to T2, I get my Nova. Could have done that a bit earlier. I'm going to end up doing a spaceport T3 anyway. Get my spaceport over here. He doesn't see this. He only ever sees the one building. So it gives him a bit of security as well. If he thinks, oh, he doesn't have the 2 buildings, he can't be going T3 just yet. I can waste a bit more time in T1, T2, get more workers. I got these 5 on Nova. He should be thinking, oh, he's definitely going to be airing me. So we should eventually see a troop centre out of him for defensive purposes. So we're on our way to T3. Now, look at Brat, he's not even T2 yet. Granted, he spent a bit more time in T1 just to get a better economy, but still, we're going to have a huge tech advantage over him. And this game's all about how to exploit that. Take full advantage of the bad position he's put himself in. Not let him carve his way out of it. So we're going to get T3. Sold some resources to get carbon. 1 airbase, we get 2 airbases. Leave the farms just now. And he's panic building this troop centre. And this power core. He's like, oh shit. I'm gonna need defense from the air. So we're just gonna build up the fighters now. And what's bad for him is that this is really the only area that's truly safe for him to defend. His ore is far away. His Nova far away. It's hard for him to walk back and forth with these AA troopers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to attack these points. If he comes too far out, I'll end up going for carbon and getting that. He also spends money on this turret, which I don't really get when he's walled. I guess maybe he wants to hide them in it. But that's going to cost him later on because he won't have the ore to actually get an AA tower. And my micro is pretty good with air, so these aren't really a threat to me at all. I don't care about them. I don't even try to fight them. I can just zoom round and round his base, pick off workers. Once you get to about 4 or 5 fighters, the workers just die very, very fast. So you can pretty much hit and run. I go on ore, so I can make sure I get a fort to deal with any sort of strike mech counter attack that he might go for. Since he can't really go air, because I've got so much air. He would never catch up. He would lose any trade. So you see, he's come out too far over here. His carbon is getting fucked. Just 2 groups is enough just to deal with this. 2 groups wouldn't be very effective versus AI towers, but versus these AA troopers it's really easy. If anything, you would want someone to try and defend this, because it's not effective at all. At this point he's just getting starved out. I'd be ahead in every regard, even if I'm not like paying any good attention to my economy, it doesn't matter. His only option will be to start leapfrogging command centres over here. And additionally, he doesn't have a spaceport, which would really help him in this situation. He could save some resources to make sure he does get these command centres earlier, because he can't get his ore right now. That's really hurting him. And he just spent it on this anti-air turret. Pretty bad for him. And this light turret has done nothing for him. Complete waste. The only other good thing or option he's going for is this Jedi and picking up the holocrons, because he can actually field some Jedi and do some sort of Jedi counter attack. Quite bad building placement from me. These would have really helped to if I could put them behind his carbon and just shoot the workers. But anyway, doesn't really matter. A huge advantage here. And his wall isn't even complete. That must really hurt to see. I think I even built an air transport as well. Oh, here we go, he's starting to leapfrog forward. But now I've got these mechs in as well, so this area is still denied, even though he can actually properly defend it from the air. And here's the strike mech counter-attack I was talking about. He's built all of these up in the one mech factory, just hitting them. But look at my ore, I can get a fort and defend this. Okay, the replay is dead, but you get the point. Huge advantage. Just keep exploiting that advantage. Win game. So at this point I could just, since this is bugged up, I can control it now. I can build a fort, and I think I build it around here as well, because I want to defend these resources. He's attacking me here. Or he was. Just need to get arrows in these for a second. Get these guys. So get this. As soon as we get one speeder, this is dealt with. And he can't really deal with the speeder. And it's a shame that this replay keeps bugging, because it is a good replay. And Brat does pull off a good defense eventually. So what he does is he builds up a lot of Jedi while I forward around here. Yeah, see, I'm already doing it. So it would have been like that. And then I would have got a second fort as well with these workers still on. Because it's about enough for us to afford a second fort. And I get that fort, I get a bunch of mechs going there. I already rebuilt this, I think. Or dug it out, I'm not sure what I did. I think I rebuilt it. Just look at the bit there. I got a bunch of mechs. Kept my air just to keep a lot of dominance over this area and his unit composition. And I got a fort here as well, because I thought he might be doing the Jedis, but I thought it a bit late. But still, with some good micro with my strike mechs. The fort, I think I had a shield as well. I was able to just split my units and deal with his pretty much his last all-in desperate attack, because there wasn't really much areas for him to get out of this game. I had too much control and too much of an advantage. There's such an early advantage, I could just trade off fighting in a wholly aggressive war against him the entire game. I didn't really need to go outwards and boom extremely. I have such an early advantage, I can just build the units and make him trade with me. And he's not going to come off well in these trades. So that's pretty much it. I think that'll do.